Hello there, sweet people. This is Jasneet Singh, also known as Innovative Coder, founder of Innovative Labs, and currently presenting you a complete Design to Code series. So, we are on our second project of Design to Code, and in this project, we are going to discuss about something very unique and very interesting. I think you must have an idea from the title or the thumbnail of this video. If you want to contact me, you can reach out to me either in the comment section on LinkedIn, on Twitter, no I'm not on TikTok, on Behance, on Dribbble, or on my famously known Innovative Coder Instagram page, right? And on Instagram, we have a huge community of more than 100,000 people, right? So I would be glad to host you over there. So this is the project we are going to make right now in this particular video. We are first going to design it and then we are going to develop it in the next session. So let's first have a new project open. So I have this complete blank canvas and I'll first have a frame. So let's have a frame of a phone, a mobile phone. Let's have a device of, let's say we have iPhone 8 Plus. We are moderately rich. Now let's design the stuff on this particular artboard. So first thing first, we'll first set the color of our complete artboard. Now in the final frame you have seen, which I showed right now, you would have seen that this is not the white color, this is something a little grayish tone. And before just diving deep into all of the stuff, let's talk about actually what is neomorphism. So if you guys have an idea about neomorphism, let me just show you one thing. So what is neomorphism design? So neomorphism combines developments of flat design and skeuomorphism. If you guys don't know about skeuomorphism, then skeuomorphism is something which you see in Apple devices, and Apple is a huge fan of skeuomorphism, mark my words. Simple reason being, skeuomorphism was what Steve Jobs liked a lot. Now neomorphism is also known as soft UI, is a visual style that combines background colors, shapes, highlights, gradients and shadows and ensure that the complete graphic, intents and button switches all are in a 3D style, right? So this is how some designs look like. Let me just show you. Let's go to images and let's explore it a bit. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Yeah, so this is the stuff. Okay, if you see some other designs, because neomorphism is something we will be going complete depth, we will be going in complete depth, and we would be, after this complete project, we would be creating another project on this, which would be social media buttons and something like this, something like just like this. And after this we would be building a login system just like somewhat like this. You can say this is a player, music player, but inside this we would be having a login screen, right? And that would be the next project. So stay with me, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button. A lot of great content is going to come and you don't want to miss that. I'm pretty sure about that. That's so cool, right? That looks awesome. Okay, so enough of this. Let's start building our calculator. So now one thing is, I really love the curved borders. So what I would give it a 40. And the curved borders are done. Then we'll have a rectangle. I've pressed R and let me just give a rectangle border over here, right? So we are in our frame and then we have a rectangle and we'll give it the same color as of this. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to give some styling to this rectangle, because we need to bifurcate this particular rectangle with our other things. So what we are going to do is we are going to give it a effect is drop shadow. So we have a lot of kind of shadows, but for this purpose we are going to use drop shadow. Okay, now the kind of shadow we are going to give is a little bit unique, because it would be 2 on X, 2 on Y, 4 over here and 25 is all set. So this is a little bit how it looks like. Now let's first give our app name. So that would be calculator, and we can give this any font, but for the sake of simplicity I'll give it Poppins. Poppins is my second favorite font. First one is Bebas Neue. Poppins, let me just give it Poppins. Okay, Now the next thing is we select this and we go to our plugins. We are going to use a plugin known as Iconify, and we are going to import two icons. So let's first import our hamburger icon, which is kind of an app drawer, right? So let's have the hamburger. Looks super awesome. Now we have our header set. We have this should be the screen, right, where our numbers are going to get displayed. Now what we want to do is we want to set the complete numpad. That's known as numpad, and all the keys are known as num key, right? This works fine, right? We have a bifurcating line, which is a little bit visible and a little bit not visible, which works fine. Also, one thing I forgot was that when I made frame, because this is our neomorphic design, we also need to give the shadow to our complete frame, which is a must in neomorphic design. So we are gonna do that right now. How we gonna do that is we are going to give an inner shadow to this part. So we are going in effects, inner shadow. Now we will be having a little bit of shadow, not huge, and this is done. And of course this should be white, which is a must, and blur is okay. And now you see that there is a little bit difference on the sides, if you see, right? So now this frame looks a little bit popped up, right? It gives it a 3D look. That's how you do it. So what we want to do now is we want to do it two effects, two kind of drop shadows, which is actually neomorphism. So what neomorphism says is that suppose you have this button, right, and you imagine that your light is on this part, on this side. Light is coming from this side. As I am moving my mouse, just remember that your light is coming from this side. Now if you have observed nature, and if light comes from this side, then you have a shadow on this side, which makes sense, but you also have kind of a glow on the other two opposite sides, because a huge source of light is kept on top and right corners. So that's what we're going to do right now. So we are going to give a drop shadow, and we are going to give two drop shadows actually. So first one, let's give it the minus indexes, which is -2, -2, and a blur of, because it would be a glow, so a blur of 10. And this is okay, but this should be the white light. We are going to give it 2, then 2, and we are going to give it blur is 4, and all of this thing looks good. And now you see this is kind of a popping button, right? Let's have some more buttons like this. Looks good. I haven't given the complete proper spacing, but you can do that because this is our UI and we don't wanna, this is just an arbitrary stuff we are doing, because ultimately our thing is to get that product delivered. Our ultimate thing is to not to make designs, but to code it actually. And this is why I'm doing this stuff, because while coding you can't think of much features and much designing stuff. So I put my complete brainstorming into one session, into just 40-45 minutes, and after that I can code it in next 2 hours, right? So makes sense. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give the text. So our first one is, if you guys have seen the calculator, so I hope that you guys would have seen the calculator. If not, then please hit that, please do comment that I haven't seen a calculator, which would not be the case, I'm pretty sure. And if you have seen, then do tell me your calculator experiences, which sounds weird because what all fun you can do with a calculator, but we are doing some fun, right? We are building a neomorphic calculator, and this is our final design, which looks decent. I think there are a little bit of things we have neglected. The header is complete done, but in the numpad we have neglected the alignments and stuff, which can be handled in our code and which can be handled by you as well. If you want to give it a complete alignment, right, you can use these margins and borders and all of these things and give this thing a complete alignment and stuff like that. If you guys do that, then please comment down your Instagram handle or just mention me in your Instagram stories, and I would love to review all of your designs and all of your code. If you have any doubt, then you can just post that in the comment section down below. And guys, we are done with our project, right? So please hit that like button, please subscribe my channel, and in the next video we're gonna see how we actually create this web app. So this won't be an actual application, this would be a website neomorphic calculator. right? So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.